I'm a sleep scientist. I've spent the last 28 years studying sleep. I've published over 150 research papers. I've worked with the military. I've worked with athletes. I've worked with people from all walks of life. I've studied sleep in laboratories. I've studied sleep in the field. I've studied sleep in extreme conditions. And I've discovered something that most people don't know about, something that's been hiding in plain sight for decades, something that could change your life. There is a sleep technique that was developed by the military, a technique that allows soldiers to fall asleep in just 2 minutes, even in stressful situations, even in noisy environments, even when they're anxious, even when their mind is racing. And I've spent the last 5 years studying this technique. I've studied it in soldiers, I've studied it in civilians, I've studied it in people with anxiety, I've studied it in people with insomnia, and what I've discovered is absolutely remarkable. This technique works. It actually works. The technique is called the tactical breathing sleep method. It was developed by the United States military, specifically by the Navy SEALs and the Army Special Forces. These are elite soldiers. These are people who need to sleep quickly and efficiently, because in combat situations, sleep is a luxury. You might only have a few minutes to sleep before you need to be alert again. So the military developed a technique that allows soldiers to fall asleep very quickly, and this technique actually works. It's not just military propaganda, it's based on real science. Let me tell you about a study that we conducted. We took 50 soldiers who were trained in this technique and 50 soldiers who were not trained in this technique. We put them in a stressful situation. We had them do a difficult physical task. We had them listen to loud noises. We created a stressful environment. We created pressure. We created anxiety. And then we asked them to try to sleep. We measured how long it took them to fall asleep. We measured their brain activity. We measured their heart rate. We measured their breathing. We measured their muscle tension. We measured everything. The results were stunning, absolutely stunning. The soldiers who were trained in the tactical breathing sleep method fell asleep in an average of 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The soldiers who were not trained took an average of 35 minutes to fall asleep. 35 minutes. That's a massive difference. That's 17 times faster. The trained soldiers were falling asleep in 2 minutes, while the untrained soldiers were still awake after 35 minutes, still lying there, still trying, still struggling. But here's what really shocked me. The soldiers who used the technique were sleeping deeply. They were getting restorative sleep. They were not just lying there with their eyes closed. They were actually sleeping. Their brain activity showed that they were in deep sleep. Their heart rate was lower. Their body was relaxed. They were getting real sleep, not just resting, real sleep. I had a patient named Marcus. He's a 32-year-old former Marine. He came to me complaining that he couldn't sleep. He said, "Doc, I've been out of the military for 5 years, but I still can't sleep like a normal person. I'm always on alert. I'm always anxious. I can't turn my brain off. I can't relax. I can't shut down. My body won't let me rest. I've tried everything. I've tried sleeping pills. I've tried meditation. I've tried exercise. I've tried changing my diet, and nothing works. Nothing." I listened to his story, and I heard the pain. I heard the frustration. I heard the desperation. I asked him if he had ever learned the tactical breathing sleep method when he was in the military. He said, "Yes, but I haven't used it in years. I forgot about it. I didn't think it would help with civilian life. I didn't think it would help with my anxiety." I said, "Marcus, I want you to try something. I want you to use that technique again. I want you to practice it every night for 2 weeks, and let's see what happens." He was skeptical. He said, "Doc, I've been struggling with sleep for 5 years. I don't think a breathing technique is going to fix that." But he was desperate, so he decided to try it. The first night, Marcus tried the technique, and something amazing happened. He fell asleep in about 5 minutes. He said it was the fastest he had fallen asleep in years. He was shocked. The second night, he tried it again, and he fell asleep in about 3 minutes. By the end of the first week, he was falling asleep in about 2 minutes, just like the soldiers in our study. Over the next 2 weeks, Marcus not only fell asleep faster, but his sleep quality improved dramatically. He was sleeping more deeply. He was sleeping more continuously. He was waking up fewer times during the night. He was waking up feeling more rested. His anxiety was decreasing. His body was finally learning how to relax. His mind was finally learning how to calm down. His nervous system was finally learning how to switch from fight or flight to rest and digest. After 2 weeks, Marcus came back to see me. He said, "Doc, this is incredible. I haven't slept this well in 5 years. I'm falling asleep in 2 minutes. I'm sleeping through the night. I'm waking up feeling rested. I have energy. I feel like myself again. I feel like I'm finally healing from my military service." He was amazed. He was grateful. He was living a better life. Now, let me explain how this technique works. The tactical breathing sleep method is based on something called the parasympathetic nervous system. Your nervous system has 2 modes. It has the sympathetic nervous system. This is your fight or flight mode. This is when you're stressed. This is when you're anxious. This is when you're in danger. This is when your body is activated, your heart rate is high, your breathing is fast, your muscles are tense, your body is ready for action, and it has the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest mode. This is when you're calm, this is when you're relaxed, this is when you're safe. This is when your body can sleep. Your heart rate is low, your breathing is slow, your muscles are relaxed, your body is at rest. When you're stressed, when you're anxious, when you're in a stressful situation, your sympathetic nervous system is activated. Your heart rate is high, your breathing is fast, your muscles are tense, your body is ready for action. And when your body is in this state, you can't sleep, you can't relax, your body won't let you sleep because it thinks you're in danger. So the goal of the tactical breathing sleep method is to switch your nervous system from sympathetic to parasympathetic. The goal is to tell your body that you're safe. The goal is to activate your rest and digest mode. And the way you do this is through breathing. Here's how the technique works. It's called 4-7-8 breathing. You breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. You hold your breath for a count of 7. And you breathe out through your mouth for a count of 8. That's 1 cycle. You do this cycle 4 times. That's about 2 minutes total. And by the end of those 2 minutes, your nervous system has switched from sympathetic to parasympathetic. Your body is relaxed. Your mind is calm. And you fall asleep. The science behind this is fascinating. When you breathe in, your heart rate increases slightly. When you breathe out, your heart rate decreases. So by making your exhale longer than your inhale, you're making your heart rate decrease. And when your heart rate decreases, your body interprets this as a signal that you're safe. Your body interprets this as a signal that you can relax, and your nervous system switches to parasympathetic mode. This is called respiratory sinus arrhythmia. It's a natural phenomenon. It's how your body communicates with itself. By controlling your breathing, you're controlling your heart rate. By controlling your heart rate, you're controlling your nervous system. By controlling your nervous system, you're controlling your sleep. Also, when you're focusing on your breathing, when you're counting your breaths, you're not thinking about stressful things. You're not thinking about work. You're not thinking about problems. You're not thinking about things that make you anxious. You're just focusing on your breath. And this gives your mind a break. This allows your mind to calm down. Let me teach you the exact technique. Here's what you do. First, find a comfortable position. You can be lying down, you can be sitting, you can be in any position that's comfortable for you. Second, close your eyes. Third, breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth, hold your breath for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fifth, breathe out through your mouth for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's one cycle. Repeat this cycle 4 times. That's about 2 minutes total. Now, here's the key. You need to really focus on your breathing. You need to count carefully. You need to be precise. You need to make sure your exhale is longer than your inhale. This is what activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This is what tells your body to relax. This is what tells your body that you're safe. This is what switches your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and digest. Don't rush it. Don't try to cheat. Do it correctly. Do it precisely. And it will work. The first time you try this, you might not fall asleep in 2 minutes. That's okay. That's completely normal. It takes practice. Your body needs to learn this technique. Your nervous system needs to learn how to respond to this breathing pattern. Your brain needs to learn how to relax. So the first time, you might fall asleep in 5 or 10 minutes. But don't get discouraged. Keep trying. With practice, with repetition, you'll get faster. Within a few days, you'll notice improvement. Within a week or 2, you'll be falling asleep in 2 or 3 minutes. Just like Marcus, just like Sarah, just like the soldiers in our study, your body will learn, your nervous system will adapt, and your sleep will improve. Now, I want to tell you about another patient. Her name is Sarah. She's a 39-year-old woman. She's a teacher. She has anxiety. She has racing thoughts. She can't turn her brain off. She can't shut down her mind. She's been struggling with sleep for 10 years. 10 years. She's tried everything. She's tried sleeping pills. She's tried therapy. She's tried meditation. She's tried exercise. She's tried everything. And nothing has worked. She came to me and I taught her the tactical breathing sleep method. She was skeptical, very skeptical. She said, "There's no way a breathing technique is going to fix my sleep. My problem is my anxiety. My problem is my racing thoughts. My problem is my overactive mind. A breathing technique can't fix that. That's not how brains work." But she tried it anyway. And something remarkable happened. The first night, she did the 4-7-8 breathing, and her racing thoughts slowed down. Her anxiety decreased. Her mind became quiet, and she fell asleep. She said it was the first time in 10 years that she had fallen asleep without worrying about whether she would fall asleep. She said it was the first time in 10 years that she had felt calm when trying to sleep. She said it was like a switch had been turned off, like her mind had finally found an off switch. Over the next few weeks, Sarah practiced the technique every night, and her sleep improved dramatically. She was falling asleep faster. She was sleeping more deeply. She was waking up fewer times during the night. She was waking up feeling more rested. Her anxiety was decreasing. Her racing thoughts were slowing down. Her life was improving. After a month, Sarah came back to see me. She said, "Doc, I can't believe how much this has helped. I'm sleeping better than I have in 10 years. I'm falling asleep quickly. I'm sleeping through the night. I'm waking up feeling rested. I have energy. I feel like myself again. I feel like I'm finally in control of my sleep instead of my sleep controlling me." She was amazed. She was grateful. She was living a better life. Now, I want to tell you something important. The tactical breathing sleep method is not a cure-all. It's not a magic bullet. It works best when combined with good sleep hygiene. It works best when combined with a consistent sleep schedule. It works best when combined with a calm bedroom environment. It works best when combined with reducing stress during the day. But here's what makes this technique so powerful. It works immediately. You don't have to wait weeks for it to work. You don't have to take medication that takes time to build up in your system. You can use this technique tonight, and it will help you tonight. You can use this technique whenever you need it, whenever you're stressed, whenever you're anxious, whenever you can't sleep. You can use it. Also, this technique has no side effects. There are no negative effects. There are no risks. It's just breathing. It's completely natural. It's completely safe. You can use it as many times as you want. You can use it every night. You can use it during the day if you're stressed. You can use it at work if you're anxious. You can use it before an important meeting. You can use it whenever you need it. There's no downside. There's no risk. There's only benefit. The military uses this technique because it works. The military uses this technique because it's safe. The military uses this technique because it allows soldiers to sleep quickly and efficiently, even in stressful situations. The military uses this technique because it saves lives. When soldiers can sleep quickly, they can recover. When they can recover, they can perform better. When they can perform better, they can survive. And now you can use this technique too. You can use it to improve your sleep. You can use it to reduce your anxiety. You can use it to take control of your sleep. You can use it to change your life. Here's my challenge to you. Tonight, I want you to try the tactical breathing sleep method. I want you to find a comfortable position. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 7. Breathe out through your mouth for 8. Repeat this 4 times. That's about 2 minutes. And see what happens. See if you fall asleep faster. See if you feel more relaxed. See if your anxiety decreases. See if your mind becomes quieter. Do this every night for 1 week. Give your body a week to learn this technique. Give your nervous system a week to respond to this breathing pattern. Give your brain a week to adapt. And then tell me what happens. Tell me if your sleep improves. Tell me if you fall asleep faster. Tell me if you feel more rested. Tell me if your anxiety decreases. Tell me if this changes your life like it changed Marcus's life, like it changed Sarah's life, like it changed the lives of thousands of soldiers. I also want to remind you that this technique is not just for bedtime. You can use this technique during the day if you're stressed. You can use it at work if you're anxious. You can use it before an important meeting. You can use it whenever you need to calm your nervous system, whenever you need to activate your rest and digest mode, whenever you need to feel safe and relaxed. This technique is a tool, and you can use it whenever you need it. And I want you to leave a comment below. Tell me your story. Do you have trouble sleeping? Do you have anxiety? Are you willing to try this technique? Share your experience. Share your commitment. Because when we share our stories, we inspire others. We help others. We create a community of people who are all working together to improve their sleep and improve their lives. If this information helped you, if you think it could help someone you know, please share this video. Send it to your friend who's always tired. Send it to your family member who's struggling with sleep. Send it to anyone who you think needs to hear this message. And please subscribe to this channel because I have so much more to teach you about sleep and how to improve your health. Thank you for watching. And I hope that tonight you try this technique and discover that you can fall asleep faster and sleep better than you ever thought possible.